We have two popular lights here in integrated weapon lights. The first one is the Surefire X300 Ultra 500 lumens, 4 ounces, good looking flashlight. I've had several Surefires in the past and they've been very good quality. I've always been happy with them. Unfortunately, I'm not very pleased with this unit right here. And I'll tell you why. There's two reasons why. One, this unit's $230, a little under to my door. For whatever reason, Surefire decided to go with a plastic rail mount setup here. So the tab comes with either P or U for universal, and then you have 6 hex screws holding the plastic tabs down. Now I don't care what kind of space age plastic that might be, plastic is still plastic. A lot of complaints on the forums with fitment. There are people out there talking about shimming these to make them fit. The easiest way I found to make it fit is to loosen these 6 screws to be able to slide it onto your standard rail. Concerns with that are obvious. Now you have your $230 flashlight mounted on your weapon with loose screws. A few other people have complained about these popping off their weapon. Those were in high recoil situations, unlike an AR. So on an AR, I doubt that'd be a problem. My concern is more long term, and it does come with some Loctite in the package, and you're obviously going to have to use them with this. The second concern I have is the switching mechanism. Now, if you want a temporary, just push that in. That works out great. You get a nice, decent beam. However, to turn it on, and perhaps it's just this particular example, you're going to have to exert a bit of effort to turn it on here. And you can't see that on the video. However, on the weapon, you're going to have to apply a bit of counter force on this light. Okay, it's just not fluid. To be honest, it feels cheap. And I'm going to be blunt here. Between this and this feels like some Chinese imitation clone, not a genuine Surefire, which is actually what it is. So I'm, again, really disappointed with those two items on the Surefire. Battery compartment, you can access it from the top, which on paper seems like a great idea. However, most applications, if you have it on a rail, that's as far down as it's going. If not that, those batteries are not going to come out anyhow. Exasperating the entire issue of dismounting this, which is not easy to do, to get to the battery compartment. So as is, let's see if we can get this on there. Okay, you pull up on these tabs, and again, this is not going on. So in order to get it fit, we're gonna have to loosen these up here. Again, Surefire does at least supply some Loctite in the package, and you're just gonna need it if you're intent on buying one of these. Okay, so that fits on nicer. Pull up on the tab. There we go. Okay, it's on there, but you have some wiggle now. See that wiggle? And if you want to tighten it up, you're going to have to take the tool it comes with. You're going to have to just kind of have to cut it right there so that you can fit up in there and tighten that down. And there's no two ways about it. Now in use, it's pretty good. I like it. But again, here we go with that switching mechanism again. And you can see how much effort is involved there. You just should not have to deal with that much effort on a weapon light. So let's go ahead and I can bench an easy 250, and this is still not the easiest thing. Now picture yourself doing this out in the field or the range. Alright, Surefire X300 Ultra. Next up, Streamlight TLR-1 HL. This is a very nice light overall. It's more compact than the Surefire. It weighs 4.1 ounces versus the 4 ounces here. And that's attributed to the fact that this is all metal. The mounting is all metal. 630 lumens. So on paper, it should be brighter. And in reality, it really is. And this also has substantially better spill over a longer distance versus the Surefire, something you'll see here shortly. Now the mounting setup is really nice. Pinch that in, flip it on the rail, let go, cinch it down. You can't get simpler than that. So let's do that real quick. Here we go. It's on. No wiggle. It's solid. And that's not even cinching it down yet. To remove it, exactly the same thing. Battery compartment is accessible from the bottom versus the top on the Surefire, but we already went over that. Just like that. 2 CR123s. Okay, switch mechanism. I really like the switch on this one. For temporary, just hold it down. There you go. For strobe, which is non-existent on the Surefire, hold it down and then again. Oops, there we go. To keep it on, just flick it up. Far easier, and it has a more pronounced click versus the Surefire. And in actual usage, I prefer the lever. This works really nice. Click it up. Again. It's not really easy, however, it certainly isn't as difficult as the Surefire is. And again, the mounting setup is absolutely beautiful on the Streamlight. So, Surefire, Streamlight, so far, advantage substantially goes to the Streamlight. If you can deal with this ridiculous polished ring that they put on here, the ring of bling, which in my opinion doesn't belong on a weapon light, so far this is the light to get. But let's go do some beam shots. Okay, first up we have the Surefire X300 Ultra 500 lumens. Both of these are weapon mounted. Here we go. That palm right there is 28 yards away. It's a nice beam, uniform, decent throw. Not much of a spill, but I do like how the beam is uniform versus something distracting. Alright, so right about up to that tree. Alright. Neighbors are not home. That's always a good thing when you're shining a flashlight into their window. Okay, next up the Streamlight TLR-1 HL 630 lumens. Get this juggled up here. Wow, look at that. Alright, there's a Surefire. Let's get it right up to that tree. Look at that spill. It's got some decent throw, better throw in fact, but the spill, there's absolutely no comparison whatsoever. Okay, let's see. Right there. We're picking up the window over there. We're picking up the leg on the left on the swing. The palm to the right. Here's the Surefire. Same spot. Barely getting the window. What palm and what leg and what grass in the foreground. Surefire. Whew. Folks, I'm telling you, beam shots coupled with the ease of installation, coupled with the overall quality, the Streamlight being an all-metal design, the Surefire having an extremely poor and absolute pain in the you-know-what plastic mount that you have to loosen 6 hex screws to mount it on the rail with a switch that doesn't have very noticeable clicks to it in motion. There's a Surefire. There's a Streamlight. Well, I know which one's going on my weapon. Streamlight, Surefire. Streamlight. Surefire. It's not about which is more expensive. It's about which one is better. There's no argument here. Both of these, same set of batteries, same batch, no excuse. Streamlight, Surefire. Not even close.